Good evening, everyone. Another pleasant day across the Midwest, but further off to our east, Hurricane Florence is starting to make its approach to the Carolinas. You can see it spinning down here just off the coast of North Carolina. But here at home, we continue to remain mostly sunny with all that cloud cover staying off to our southeast. Florence has blocked these weather patterns across the area all week, and that's allowed temperatures to stay pretty mild for us. And we've topped out in the 80s today across the region. And looking locally, we continue that trend here. We're at 86 right now in Decatur, 84 down in Effingham, as well as in Champaign. Charleston and Robinson are in 82, and it is currently 83 in Paris. Wind speeds are more variable this afternoon as high pressure continues to spin overhead. But we do have a light breeze in Decatur at 3 miles an hour, 5 here in Charleston, and again, calm winds in Champaign and Paris. Been a pretty variable afternoon, but we're going to start a warming trend as we get into the weekend. Looking at the next 5 days, you can see we start warming up into the mid-80s, and then we start a steady climb into the upper 80s by the end of the week, topping out just shy of the 90-degree mark by Tuesday. So we'll be feeling much summer-like weather coming back into the area. As we go into the overnight hours, we're going to fall back into the 60s, so a little bit warmer than the last few nights under partly cloudy skies. Winds remain from the northeast at 3 to 5 miles an hour. And looking at the day tomorrow, we're not expecting many changes once again. We're going to continue to see that abundant sunshine with just a few clouds passing through the area, and Futurecast continues to show that as we get through Friday evening. So as we break down your Friday, we're going to start out at 72 at 9 a.m. So already a little bit warmer, up to 82 by noon, and we top out at 86 for your daytime high. As we get into the evening, we'll continue to see temperatures in the low 80s and then falling into the upper 70s. So a great night for Friday night football for all those high school games. And continue that clear weather streak as we get into the weekend. Futurecast not showing much activity. As we get into Saturday, it does want to put a few rain showers into Indiana as we get into late Saturday into Sunday, but I think most of us will stay dry, and that's going to continue to be the case for us on Sunday with most of that moisture from Hurricane Florence staying down to the south. So for the latest on Florence, it is now a Category 2 hurricane with winds of 105 miles an hour. And while the wind speeds are weaker, the main threat is still going to be dangerous storm surge as well as very heavy rain. So flooding going to be a major issue as we get into the weekend for the Carolinas. And the latest view on Skytrack shows those outer bands already impacting the coastline. A tornado watch is already in place for portions of Carolina. And again, right here is the eye of the hurricane, and it continues to track right near the coast. So a dangerous few hours setting up for the Carolinas, and that's going to be the trend for Friday. And hurricane warnings in red here and tropical storm warnings remain in effect for both North and South Carolina. And again, we're going to see dangerous conditions in that part of the country through the next few days. And putting a track on Florence, it's pretty slow to move, and that's what's adding to that flooding threat. Still at a Category 2 as we get into early Friday morning, weakening down to a 1 by Friday afternoon. But again, the main threat's going to be that storm surge and the flooding, so the wind speeds really aren't that much of a factor. But as we get into the weekend, Florence will finally start to make its way out of the area and then really launch off to the northeast, and that's going to keep it out of our area, so we're going to remain dry as well. So looking at the next 7 days, we're stuck with these mostly sunny conditions and temperatures warming back up into the 80s. I do have a chance of rain in for Wednesday, but it'll be a fairly light chance as we get into the day. Just a warm front passing through our area, that's going to provide us with those chances, and then hot once we get into next Thursday as well.